So for those of you who don't know, I put out this is being recorded the same day as my last video game collection video, in which I was like, yeah, I did my video game shopping, the day before my days off, to get it all done. And then what I do? I go out and splurge again, do more video game collecting even though I said I wasn't gonna do any more for these days off. So, pooey. Either way, I couldn't help myself. You gotta treat yourself every now and then. But still, I wish I didn't spend as much as I did. I mean, I didn't spend that much, not as much as I normally would have under circumstances where I lose control of myself. But nevertheless, oh well, just glad to have more games. So starting off with, one of the main events, I think I got two really good games today. One of them is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo, in the box too. The only thing it's missing is the instruction manual, but I don't mind. Being able to present the box in my collection is still a big deal. Of a Super Nintendo game that's fairly valuable. I mean, not that much. I mean, without the instruction booklet, this cost me $20, so it wasn't that. Maybe it's not as sought after as certain other Super Nintendo games, but still, it's a fun one. Yeah, it says entry-level role-playing adventure, world's best-selling RPG series, free strategy guide offer, and listen to this: battery backup saves to 3 games. Remember back in the old days when, being able to save in the game was like a selling point? Yeah, crazy stuff. How times have changed. But anyways, for those who don't know the story of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, this was released in the US specifically to try to get us into the Final Fantasy series, because up to that point, Square's RPGs and their Final Fantasy series specifically were not selling well in North America. And for that reason, we did not originally get 2, 3, and 5. Final Fantasy 2, 3, and 5. And 4 and 6 were really good games, but they didn't sell as well in the US. So they decided to design this game specifically for us, as an entry-level RPG to get us into the Final Fantasy series. So that way the games would sell better in North America. So what you end up with is basically a dumbed-down version of the Final Fantasy games. But from what I've heard, it's basically very divisive. I know Tim likes this game a lot, so maybe I'll give it a try and find out for myself how I feel about it. And we'll get to the other main events at the end. We'll save it for last. But for now, we got a bunch of Wii games. I think it's 11 I got today. It's 3, 6, 9. Yep, 11 Wii games. After getting 11 PS2 games. Well, actually 11 games total the other day. Avatar: Last Airbender, The Burning Earth. I believe this is the second of the 3 Avatar games. I think it is the second one. So, yeah, there's that. B-movie game on the Wii. Now I have both the Wii and the PS2 versions. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two. Originally, I only had the Wii U version, which was the launch title, which was one of the launch titles for the Wii U. So as you can imagine, this came out pretty late in the Wii's lifespan. So I don't know if I'll be more likely to play the Wii U version, because that's the system it was more made for, being the launch title and all. So I prioritize getting the Wii U version of that game and the Wii version of the original Epic Mickey. But yeah, I have it anyway, so I want to play it on the Wii. See how it compares. Next up we have, I actually got 3 games based off the Madagascar franchise. We have the one based on the second one, Escape to Africa. I'm pretty sure the first one was not on the Wii because it was in 05, so yeah. Then we have Madagascar Karts. I never would have expected, how would you make a kart racing game based off the Madagascar franchise? How can this possibly be good? This has to be a bad game. No, I shouldn't judge it like that before playing, but still, it just sounds odd, It sounds like a thing that's doomed to fail. I don't know. And then we have the one based off the third movie, which was released in 2012, so this was, again, right before the Wii U came out, just a few months before. But believe it or not, I have not seen the third Madagascar film. I need to see it. Because I've heard it's also kind of divisive. I don't know. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad, but I need to play it, see it for myself and find out. Except we have Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots for the Wii. This was released in... It says copyright 2006, but it was actually released in 2007. So it's an early Wii game, so probably going to have motion controls in it. Yay. Except we have SpongeBob SquarePants featuring Nicktoons Globus of Doom. This was the, I'm guessing, a sequel to Toy Bots, probably. Sure. That does that. So I guess you could also call that a SpongeBob game, technically, since SpongeBob's name is in the title. But it's still just another Nicktoons crossover game. They just they slapped SpongeBob's name on it so it could sell better, obviously. So yeah, I did not consider it a SpongeBob game when I was going to my SpongeBob marathon. But nevertheless, for those who, you know, consider that to be a SpongeBob game, well then, there you go. I do have all the SpongeBob games now. Okay. Jeez, people. We got Surf's Up. For the longest time, I only had the GameCube version, but now I have the Wii version. Yay! It's weird to have a GameCube version of a game that was released in 2007 instead of the Wii version. But that was just me when I was 11 or 12 or whatever. And finally, yesterday, I got Attack and the Guardians of Gross on the PS2. Now I have the Wii version. Apparently, this was only on the PS2 and the Wii. So, it's probably so bad that they didn't want it on any of the other platforms, but who knows. Again, it could be better than I'm expecting. Who knows? And lastly, WALL-E on the Wii. So now I have the PS2, the Wii version, and the PC version. So, kind of interesting. And lastly, the other main event today, I actually got this at Walmart. It is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Oh my god. This is the first Switch game I've actually got since, like, oh god, when was the last one I got? I can't even remember when the last Switch game was I got. I think it was Zelda. Yeah, I think it was Zelda, actually. I can't even remember the freaking name of the game. Like, seriously, what the hell, dude? I have my backloggery up, so I'm trying to check and see. Link's Awakening, dude. Yeah, I think Link's Awakening was the last Switch game I got. And in fact, it was. Jeez. Yeah, that was definitely the last game I got. So now I have Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So that makes a total of 15 Switch games, I think. No, 16. Yeah, a total of 16 Switch games. Now, I wish I got Luigi's Mansion 3. I really wish I did. And that's probably the next Switch game I'm going to get. Well, actually, Rehydrated's coming out later this month, so I'm going to get that instead. That's probably going to be the next thing you guys see for this video game collection series is Rehydrated, because it's coming out this month, and I pre-ordered it. And needless to say, I'm going to be putting a lot of money into that, because I'm getting all four ports, plus with the PS4, I'm getting the Fun Edition, and that alone is $300. So, yeah, that's all the video game collecting I could possibly do for the rest of this month. So, yeah. But that's all I have for today, folks. That brings me up to a total of, this is crazy, actually. I now have a total of 87 Wii games. Jeez. So it's one of my larger collections now. And in total, 830 games in my backloggery, essentially. Crazy stuff. You might see thunderstorm footage also, because there was a really bad thunderstorm that came through here recently. I turned off my desktop like later on during the storm because there was warnings of like power surges and stuff, and they can damage your computer if you have it plugged in when that happens. So I turned off my desktop to unplug it, and it was doing like those updates because it's like, you know, it's a decade-old desktop, so it has to do, you know, these long updates every time it shuts down. You know, so I went through that process, and I also unplugged my laptop. And of course, by the time my desktop shut down, because of how long it takes, the severe thunderstorm warning had expired, and the storm was moving away. So at that point, it's like, oh, now I can turn it back on. So, fun stuff. Anyways, bye.